Yo, let's talk about it. So I finally caught up to One Piece. Well, I caught up about a week ago, but it took me a while because I wanted to do a couple more videos before I really dived into One Piece. I've already said it once, but I'm gonna say it again. I am truly, truly, truly sorry to all the One Piece fans. I did not think that it was going to be this good. And as a person that enjoys in-depth elongated series shows that always have more than 30, more than 50, hell, more than 70 episodes, it's completely my blunder. To be honest, one of the biggest reasons why I put off One Piece is because of the hype. I'm so anti-hype beast because a lot of times I hate when people hype things up and I come around to it and it never lives up to the standard. And throughout my 22 years of living, that's been the case for majority of things, whether it's been clothes, shoes, etc. However, this wasn't one of those situations. This is completely different. I can honestly say that after watching 1122 episodes, give me 1122 episodes again. Give me a hell. Give me another 2,000 episodes if you want to, and I would
Because I
thoroughly
don't think
enjoy it.
people really understand how hard it is to not only last this long in a really, really, really competitive scene, but to have a quality and maintain a quality over 20 plus years. If Dragon Ball Z is considered the GOAT, or if Naruto is considered the GOAT and the GOAT equals Michael Jordan, One Piece will be LeBron James. And by that, I mean, LeBron has been great for so long. And we have never seen anybody be that good for this extended amount of time. That is how I feel about One Piece. However, they
A
are
lot of
at their
shows
peak and
can't
haven't
even make
fell
it
off
to season
yet.
3 without getting dropped, or people complaining about how it's completely inaccurate towards the manga, the pacing is terrible, the animation is terrible, etc. Blah blah blah. You know how that goes. So for a show to last this long, and the only complaint about it is that maybe the pacing is a tad bit too slow and exaggerated. That is outstanding to me. It is outstanding to me because I am a person that appreciates a great in-depth story, great world building, great character development. That is why before I even start watching One Piece, one of my favorite series was Naruto because it had similar aspects as far as great character development, great world building. We saw a multitude of different characters, different regions, different things, that we can take in, that we can become fans to. And up until that point, I didn't think I would watch another show that would give me the same feel. I kind of fell off Dragon Ball Z because it became more of a child show to me. I think when Dragon Ball first came out, when it was just Dragon Ball, it was at its peak. But as it continued to go on, I feel like it was tailored more towards kids and whatnot. Naruto, once they made Boruto, if you watch Boruto, you understand. Also, I feel like Naruto had so many plot holes that it kind of took away from the story. And they tried to make up for it with Boruto and adding additional movies, but it didn't hit the same. But after watching One Piece, dog, I can honestly say that if I had to rank the big three, the big three is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I will have One Piece at my one, Bleach at my two, and Naruto at my three. I will explain that in a later video. And also, I'm going to go over some key reasons why I love One Piece so much, and I think it's just the best show of all time. I think it's one of the most complete stories in anime history. And that can be subjective, but I think
the overall consensus is that it's the most complete story. Reason one is the foreshadowing. The foreshadowing in One Piece is mind blowing. It's so many Easter eggs. The things that you think may not be important, you mess around. In episode 300, you will see something that you saw in episode 5 that came full circle. You was like, what? This refrigerator that was in the corner under some trees was important to the plot? Yes, it is that possible. Oda is the goat of foreshadowing. It's not too many scenes in One Piece that aren't important to the plot in some way or form. It's not that many wasted time. However, in a lot of different animes, we just get minutes and minutes and minutes of pointless scenes. I'm pretty sure we all can relate. We've all been watching a certain series, and while something important is going on, out of nowhere, they cut from that to go show us some random stuff or a random conversation, a whole bunch of talk no jutsu, a whole bunch of pointless filler time just to take up some of the time in the show so they can, stretch out a series. In One Piece, no, that's not how it is. It's not. It's everything has a reason. Everything is important to some degree, and I love it. Key reason too, the characters. And I'm not talking about character designs. I'm talking about the characters themselves. It is so many characters. And I feel like if you watch One Piece long enough, it's a character for everybody to stand for, to love. Even outside of the main Straw Hats and outside of the main characters, it's a lot of side characters that you can stand for, that you can fangirl or fanboy over. And that's amazing. Everybody is important and seems to be important. And everybody gets their shine. Nobody is overshadowing anybody. If you left a scene with Zoro only, it would still do great. If you had 20 episodes of Sanji only, it would still do great. 20 episodes of Usopp only, it'll still be great. And etc. and so on and so forth. Not too many shows can take away the MC for that long and still do amazing and have great ratings. Hell, I love when they take Luffy out of the spotlight and they put the spotlight on other characters. What other show do you know that you want them to take the spotlight away from the MC and show love to other characters? Bro, I mean, and some people said Zoro is the main character of One Piece, bro. Like, for real. And if you've seen some of his fights, you'll understand. Sometimes I'm like, is Luffy really the captain or is Zoro really the captain? You feel me? Then also, as the story progresses, it is more characters introduced. It is more characters brought into the story, and you aren't mad about it. I am not mad about meeting new characters. I am not mad about not seeing Luffy for a while. I am not mad about getting flooded with new concepts and new backstories. Bring it on, because this goes to the next key reason. The backstories. Everybody has such a intriguing, in-depth, tear-jerking backstory. Sometimes I don't want to cry, but it will make you cry. Like, I posted a video about how I feel that Robin has the saddest backstory amongst the Straw Hats. But if you were to say it was Nami, Jinbei, Brook, Zoro, it could be anybody. And even outside of the Straw Hats, it's so much. We know so much about so much. You feel me? We know so much about the other pirates. We know so much about the vice admirals. We know so much about, everybody else. And that is amazing. And it's within the right time frame. They're not throwing us a backstory in the middle of a fight. They're giving us a backstory when the characters are introduced or somewhere in the time frame when they're introduced to the story. And it is perfect. And we also get to see these characters grow in real time. a lot of times, I know, like for example, in Naruto, we didn't really get to see Naruto after the Ninja War. We just next thing you know, they showed us Boruto, and he was a father. I mean, they gave us a movie in between with him and Hinata and that whole, whatever it is, the whole conglomerate. But within one series, we get to see all of the Straw Hats grow mentally and physically. And it's not off screen, it's on screen. I mean, outside of the time skip, but even during the time skip, we know what they was doing. And after the time skip, they're still actively growing. And we see them constantly grow emotionally, physically, spiritually. We see it. And it makes it more relatable, makes it more human like. And it's so relatable to the real world as far as politics, government corruption. It's just so relatable. And everything that they show us, nothing ever feels forced. It's no propaganda being pushed. It's no interior with ulterior motives being pushed. It just feels like a natural series. And, in a lot of shows like TV, and not just anime, just TV in general, nowadays it's so many things that's just getting pushed and getting promoted that's unnatural. But within One Piece, everything that's shown, it makes sense. No matter what it is, it makes sense. And I'm not going to explain that due to no reasons, but if it's in there, it makes sense. It doesn't feel like it's pushed on me. It doesn't feel like, oh, we need to appeal to a certain demographic. No, it makes sense. It's natural. It flows. And also, the power levels aren't crazy. The power scaling is fairly simple and it's pretty balanced. And I love how if you defeat a villain, they going to get stronger too. Cause in real life, if you don't kill me, more than likely I'm going to work my ass off too. Just because I'm not a MC or a protagonist doesn't mean I'm not going to train. Like for example, Lucci. I mean, when Luffy first beat Lucci, I mean they could have easily said we're never going to see Lucci again. No, we saw Lucci again, and when he came back, he had evolved his Devil Fruit, and that's logical. And number 7, the structure. I think this is by far the best planned out long series anime ever. I don't think that after One Piece is said and done, there will be another One Piece. When this is over, it's over. And it's going to be stamped there. I don't think we're ever going to see another show be able to replicate the long-term success that One Piece has provided. And it's still getting more popular by the day, week, month, year. As we continue, more and more people are getting into it. People like me that 4 years ago said they'll never, never, ever watch it because it's been going on for so long. I had no choice but to become a fan. It's like LeBron. Going back to LeBron, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. But LeBron has been in the league for so long. Ultimately, I fell in love with LeBron because he just been in the league for so long. One Piece has been going for so long. It's hard not to be a fan. Eventually, all the non-fans are going to become fans. And that is insane. Key reason number 8, they do a great job with balancing out comedy with emotional depth. It's funny and hilarious, but it still has a sense of seriousness. It still has a sense of urgency. And it's hard to really balance that out in most shows because either they joke around too much and joking while they're fighting, or it's just always kill, 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 kill. No time for your heart to rest. They have a great balance in between both of those factors. All of the arcs have their own unique feel, vibe, energy, or whatever you want to say. They are all individually unique to themselves. Nothing feels like the rest, but they all connect to the ultimate goal of finding the One Piece. Skypiea isn't like Egghead. Egghead isn't like Wano. Wano isn't like Logtown. Everything has its own unique feel, and it makes it easier to attach certain feelings, certain people, and it makes it easier to remember the segments and the storyline because you know what is attached to Logtown. You know what is attached to Wano. You know what is attached to Egghead. You remember what is attached to Water 7 because they all are completely different and unique to themselves. And also, another thing is, I love how everybody in the Straw Hats has a sense of individuality. Yes, they helping Luffy to become the king of pirates, but in doing so, they're also helping themselves because they have their own things they want to accomplish. Zoro wants to be a master swordsman, the best swordsman. Robin wants to learn the truth about the world. Nami wants to build a world map, so on and so forth. They're not just there for Luffy. And that's so real. Yeah, I'm helping you, but I'm also helping myself. And it doesn't mean that I'm using you or you're using me. We're using each other. And it doesn't mean that we don't love each other. We do love each other. But we helping each other at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing. And this
wrong
leads
with
to
that.
my final reason. Well, the final thing that I could think of off the top of my head, the longevity. I said it earlier, but it is so hard nowadays to be a great anime. And a lot of adaptations aren't even in it to become great animes. They just want to promote the manga and get you to read the manga. A lot of shows aren't getting a season 2, let alone finishing a season 1 without saying, "Oh, you fell off from episode 1 to 12." So to see a show last this long is just so impressive, and it really gets better as you progress. Before I watched it, my friend told me, he said, it's a slow burn. I'd rather have a slow burn than have a scorching hot show cool off at the end. I would be disappointed. But One Piece has consistently gotten better and better and better and better and better over each arc. It has always progressed, and I feel more in love with it as I continue to watch it. Those 1100 episodes went by so fast. In reality, it took me 7 months. But as I was getting towards the end around episode 900, I'm like, dog, I need more. I need more. And that is a blessing. Because not too many shows can do that. We live in an era where the average attention span is less than 10 seconds. So the fact you can hold somebody attention for 1100 episodes and they still stick with you and still want more, all props to Oda, man. All props to Oda. Once again, I don't think we will ever get another show that's this great and complete like One Piece. And we don't even know when One Piece is going to end. I've heard 2030, 2035. We just never know. I'm just going to appreciate it while it's still out. And I hope you appreciate it too. And if you haven't watched One Piece, I do recommend watching it. And if you are listening to this and you know a friend that you want to refer One Piece to, send him or her this video. And lastly, my name is Eva D. Jordan. It was nice talking to you. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. If you love what I'm doing, hit the sub button. And if you want to marry me, send it to your parents so you can get their approval. Other than that, I'm out. Peace.